So in January 1995, a major earthquake hit Japan and it killed over 6,000 people. But one building in the middle of it all sustained no damage, and in fact, the people that were in it didn't even know an earthquake had occurred. It turns out that that building had been built on these giant rubber bearings that were able to absorb all the shock and the shake of that earthquake. Now, since then, hundreds of buildings have been made with these bearings in Japan to keep buildings from coming apart when there are earthquakes. Now, what's true of the Japanese and their willingness to continue to acquire understanding about buildings is also true of what we need in our lives. We need to constantly acquire wisdom, and yet so many people fail to do so. They keep on with the same understanding and the same knowledge that they already have, and they never incorporate new wisdom into new situations. When I was a junior in high school, things were going bad. I was making bad decisions. I couldn't find good decisions. I couldn't even figure out how to make good decisions. And it was at that point that I began to study the book of Proverbs. I began to study wisdom because I knew I didn't have it and I knew I needed it. And so slowly, over weeks and months and years and all the way to today, I began that journey of acquiring wisdom and coming to gain more understanding. And that's what the scripture says. It says we have to collect wisdom. Proverbs 4:7 says, wisdom is supreme, so acquire wisdom. Chapter 2, verse 4 of Proverbs says that we're to seek it like silver and to search for it like hidden treasure. This is no casual pursuit for us. Chapter 2, verse 1 of Proverbs says, if we accept it. And verse 2 says, if we listen. Verse 3 says, if we call out to it. And verse 4 says, if we seek it, then we will get it. Then we'll acquire what we need. And so I'm out here today talking about digging for it, about really looking for wisdom, really taking the time to dig in and to say, where is it and what's going on? These aren't casual pursuits we're talking about. These are real, deep, serious searches we're talking about. And that's the foundation for wisdom, is when you quit seeing it as a casual pursuit and begin to see it as the pursuit for treasure and a lifelong pursuit. Only then can we begin to build that foundation, when we have that attitude.